Hello and welcome back to Foodinati UK. It's day 3 here at ArcTanGent Festival and we've still got some ways to go, so we're going to bring you all the interviews, all the action, all the sights and sounds of the festival. Keep it locked. Hello and welcome back to Foodinati UK here at ArcTanGent on day 3, and one of my wish list guys are here. Callous Daoboys are here. Hello. Hello. I saw you at Radar Festival a couple of weeks ago.
Awesome.
Man. Awesome set.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You weren't doing press that day, so I was like, next time they're doing press, gotta get in there. So I was like, I was on my PR guy, I've got to talk to those guys. So, you've had quite a year this year.
Yes. Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
Busy.
So I gather there's more material on the way soon?
Very soon, yeah.
Very soon.
Very soon.
This will be out in November, so...
this will be out in November?
Yeah, November.
Our whole new EP will be out by then, so yes.
So go, get it, listen to it, all that.
Yes.
Right, yeah. So one thing I had to ask you about, right? I loved every moment of your set at Radar, apart from one thing.
Okay.
People in this country, Sweet Caroline, we hear that song all the time.
That's
Kind of a joke, yeah. That's kind of why it's so funny. Because we hear it in America all the time, and like, I'll be real with you, I've kind of Stockholm syndrome myself into liking it, because I hated that song. I thought it was like, I was like, this song's so stupid and annoying. But like now I kind of like it since we hear it every day in the set.
Yeah.
But it is getting old and we do kind of have to change it out soon, I would imagine.
There was a funny moment in British history where the Queen, our Queen, was having a jubilee, and they got Rod Stewart in for this concert, and they insisted he sing Sweet Caroline because it was a British song. It's Neil Diamond's song, man.
Yeah.
How much that suck?
Is Neil Diamond British?
I thought he was American, but I could be wrong.
I thought he was American too.
Yeah, I think he's American.
That's funny.
So at the Queen's Jubilee, a Scottish guy sings an American song. Okay.
Yeah, very funny, very silly.
So
I don't know if I want to hear Rod Stewart sing that. I think I just want to hear him sing Rod Stewart
I don't think
songs.
he wanted to sing it.
Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me. Man, I played in wedding bands for like 5-7 years.
Oh,
I
you have my sympathy.
Every weekend of my life for 7
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it anymore, but now we're bringing it back.
I hear that's where the money's at, though. Wedding bands, like.
Oh, you got
No, the money's in mathcore. There's
Mathcore.
millions of
There's the
dollars.
mathcore money.
Is there?
Yeah, so much.
So much. Really? Right, I was going to get onto your music. It's a very... I love it because I'm a big fan of bands like Dillinger Escape Plan.
Sure.
Massive fan of Every Time I Die and stuff like that. And I've heard you compared to those bands, but I think it's so much more than that. I think you come with the exuberance of like hardcore, which is seeing a great, like sort of new lease of life at the moment.
Definitely, yeah.
Lots of exciting things happening in hardcore. Lots more inclusivity as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah. Who are you watching out for in the hardcore scene these days?
No Cure.
No Cure.
Right here. Straight Edge from Birmingham, Alabama.
Lovely.
We're good friends with them. They're an amazing band. Who else? Orthodox from Tennessee.
Orthodox, Ballista. I don't know
Your
a lot
Spirit
more
Dies from North
Your Spirit
Carolina.
Dies.
Yeah.
So many bands, right?
There's a lot,
So many,
there's a lot of
yeah.
really bands coming out right now.
Military Gun.
Military Gun, yeah.
Amazing band.
Yeah.
The reason why I asked is because I was interviewing Liam from Cancer Bats at 2000 Trees, and I asked him the same question, and he said Spaced, and I managed to get space to send a message back to him. So if I see any of those bands you've just listed,
Fuck yeah.
I'll try and get a message back to you.
Yeah, no, I hope all of them make it over here very soon.
Yeah, absolutely. So, new EP on the way. What can we expect? The unexpected, I should imagine.
Yeah, definitely the unexpected. It's pretty different from everything that we've ever done, but it's very much still us.
Right.
It's less like mathy, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's like just as intense, and there's a lot of genre switching and change ups and all the classic stuff that we do, but definitely everything turned up to 11. Yeah.
Awesome. Because that was one of the things I loved about your radar set. Is 1 minute it's like mind-bogglingly math, and then you just break into this beautiful chorus, and everyone's like waving their hands.
Yeah.
It's a very special band that can do that.
Thank you.
Like when you're on stage, I was thinking while I was watching you about the technicalities of it. Like the monitor mix must be super important to you guys, because there's a lot of moving parts at the same time.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, like if I can't hear myself singing, I do like kind of bug out a little bit. I'm like no. I mean, like. Yeah, the monitor mix has been tough, especially on this tour. We normally tour with a sound guy. Chris, hello.
Hi, Chris.
We miss you so much. We couldn't afford to bring him over here this time.
Fair enough.
Mathcore money, there's a lot of it to go around, but we're spending it on.
It's all tied up in Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's all tied up in Bitcoin for sure. All tied up in crypto. So I mean, like. It's been a little tough on this tour to hear ourselves, but we've been doing our best. Yeah,
absolutely. And the message is really getting out there. Like, it's funny because I found out about your band the same time I found out about Every Time I Die splitting up.
Oh wow,
which was nice.
We were on tour when it happened. We had just begun a 2 or 3 week tour.
Yeah,
and then the news hit, and we were like, oh. This. It was very sad.
I just got into Every Time I Die, and then 3 months later they break up. I'm like, cool, me, I guess.
But are you getting a bit tired of people mentioning that band when they mention your band, or?
No,
never.
I'm fresh into them.
Right.
I'm still fresh into that band, but the breakup was so messy. It's just kind of like a bummer.
Yeah. I mean, I love them to death, and we've kind of recently become friends with Andy from that band, and he's such a sweetheart and so supportive, and I miss them a lot. I hope that one day they can patch things up, but better lovers. I hope
that's good in the meantime, isn't it?
Hey guys, maybe better lovers Daoboys next year. We'll see.
Oh wow, wouldn't that be an amazing thing? I will be down the front for that one. Right. We are Foodinati UK, and as I was explaining earlier, we do hot sauce reviews.
Yes.
Right? So this is how we're doing it. We have tortilla strips here, which I will pass around. Now, you gotta sing. So
I do have to sing.
So if
I get the hiccups today,
we're gonna go for something lovely. This is Mojo Roko, easy for you to say, by Tubby Toms. Now this is beautiful, and this is why I'm giving it to you, because if anything, I think this will help your voice. So,
okay.
So take a tortilla strip each.
Yeah, okay.
There we go, and you are in charge of your own dab as well, so if you can go as heavy or as...
I am judging you for your choice of flour over corn tortilla. I'm just letting you know. But
it was what was in the shop.
I see. Yeah.
I trust you.
You shouldn't.
I trust you. I want to be in Europe.
But I think the sauce will more than make up for it. I assure you.
All right.
So here we go. Tubby Tom's Mojo Rojo. Taste of Cuba.
That does taste like Cuba.
Yeah.
I've eaten Cuba before. It does taste
Yeah. I've taken a bite out of Cuba once or twice. That's very good.
Yeah. Well, the reason why that's so good is because they use ricotta peppers, which is the only sweet hot pepper that there is. So So there you go. So
it's very sweet. It's very, very sweet.
Yeah. If I could get a marks out of 10 for that. Mark out of 10.
Ooh, 10. I'm gonna say 7.
7.
Solid 7.
Solid 7. There you go, Tubby Toms. Solid 7 from Callous Daoboys. Right. Thank you ever so much for being on the show. And we're going to catch up with you next time you're on tour. and I'll take you to a restaurant next time.
Wonderful.
That would be lovely.
That sounds great.
That's done deal.
Thank you so much,
All
George.
right. Thank you very much. Hello, welcome back to Foodinati UK, Day 3, ArcTanGent, and I'm here with a familiar face, two familiar faces. You might have seen them on our Strange Forms festival footage that we did at the beginning of summer. Now it's the end of summer. They're one of my last interviews, it seems, at Fakeyourdeath are here.
Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for having us back.
Oh, thanks for coming back. You've had a busy year.
Yeah.
I've seen you on some pretty big supports. How's that been going?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's really good to just be out there, being busy.
Yeah.
So much over summer. This is sort of our last show of this summer until like we play later in the year, so it feels like a good round off to business.
Yeah. Yeah, I see Empire State Bastard.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sick.
That was a big
That was
show.
really sick,
Yeah.
yeah. We've got to play with some really cool people and meet some cool people, which has been really nice.
Yeah.
And, yeah, just meet other musicians. It's always nice.
Yeah. I mean, because that was like big ticket event anyway. Because everyone was like, "What are they going to sound like?"
Yeah.
There was a bit of mystery around it. Like,
It was
as
banging.
Simon Neil actually lost his mind.
There was a lot of confused Biffy fans.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the same when they played at Trees.
Yes.
I saw a lot of Biffy t-shirts, and they were going, "What's that?"
Yeah.
So right up your alley, though.
Yeah, there's a lot of mums there who look like they wanted a refund.
Fair play. So the last time I heard your music on Spotify's and all that sort of stuff, you had a single out. Is there some more coming?
I think.
Yes, we had. So it would have been we released "Consumed By."
Yeah.
Consumed
Yeah.
By.
We got tracks out.
So two.
We got a third track.
Third track.
Single coming out this year at some point.
Rad.
Yeah.
And are there any like touring things, plans?
Yeah, I mean, we're doing a small run with Toki Horror.
Oh,
in
Toki
October.
Horror.
Yeah,
Yes.
who dropped out today, unfortunately.
Unfortunately,
but
they're ill. Get well soon, Toki Horror.
check them out if you don't know them. So yeah, we got that coming up in October.
That's brilliant.
Happy
That's a great matchup, actually.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
So for our viewers who haven't seen the other interview, you do a similar sort of electronica-based, punky, with live drums.
Yeah.
For fans of loud breakbeat and punk and anthemic stomping stuff.
Stop it.
Angry aggression.
Yeah, there's a few bands like this on the circuit. Not like you, but I think electronic music's like really having a bit more of a nudge. There's been a few on this weekend,
Yeah.
you know. Pet Brick yesterday, who were
Oh, yeah.
spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, Wayne from Pet Brick produced our stuff.
Oh wow!
So,
there you go.
yeah,
There's
we
a
know,
segue.
like, yeah, big fan of
Accidental
his
segues.
stuff.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, like it seems to be a trajectory actually for like a lot of metal heavy bands. Eventually, they include electronic
Yeah.
elements like as they go through as well. It's popping up a lot.
Well, I like you come from the other end.
Yeah,
Electronic
because,
bringing
yeah.
the metals and stuff.
It's
Yeah.
nice, just, we want to do something different, and like you were saying, or we've said previously, like we love a riff, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of guitar riff bands. It's nice to
Yeah.
see something, give something else a go, and see
Absolutely.
how it goes.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm having lots of fun collaborating with rock bands at the moment with my electronic act.
Yeah.
And that's sort of coming from the other angle, like I say. But it's still, what I do is very much based in dance music, you know. And you come from dance music first, don't you?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, this project was originally there was no live drums. It was all
Yeah.
based in that kind of world, like inspired by some of the blank mass stuff and a bit of machine drum stuff.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
like,
fantastic.
Square pusher kind of thing.
Yeah.
Trying to do a version of that. So we definitely started at that end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the live drums really bring it all to life, though, don't they? Yeah, I noticed that as well when I was watching Pet Brick, and I've noticed it when I watched you play. That like having that sort of frenetic live drummer gives it a point of context,
Yeah.
which it just ramps up the energy level. Something rotten, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it gives it that punk energy.
Yeah, another band I've had on was Pretty Addicted. They do like, a thing that's similar. They're more from the sort of goth, dark wave kind of area of things, which is fab. I'm learning a lot about electronica I never knew about this summer. Because
Cool.
We're all students.
we are.
Yeah, still, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, you're on Foodinati, right? Which means hot sauce reviews. Right, how are you feeling today? What level of spice?
Let's go in big.
Going big?
Yeah.
What?
So we'll
What?
go home,
Right.
but not for me.
Well, here we go. Big up my old mucker, Dean Sharp from Dean of the Dead Hot Sauces. He made this for the film Pool Party Massacre. This is their official sauce. So if you like B-movie horror movies, or well, is it B-movie? I don't know. Is it Z? Is it D? I don't know. But yes, tequila infused
Okay.
Carolina Reaper.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you feeling
Yeah, I'll try a
brave?
bit.
Yeah. All right.
Do you like tequila and massacres? This one's for you.
Absolutely, and a little tropical vibe on it. There we go.
Yeah, I think it'll wake me up.
Oh, wait, that it will do.
From a bad night's sleep.
Right, now, because you've chosen that one, I've got to do it. So anyway, help yourself.
Cheers.
Thanks.
That's it for today. Yeah.
Breakfast. Right. A little dabble do you,
Yeah, that's
seriously.
I'm just here for emotional support.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right, now I'll be wanting marks out of 10.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go. Pool Party Massacre. Oh, there it is.
It's there. Yeah, that's definitely there. Oh,
There's a
got it.
Reaper there. Gets you right here, doesn't it?
Do you feel massacred?
That's good though.
Did you get the tequila?
No.
Mind you,
Oh yeah.
Is it in the back? Yeah.
It's nice though.
Right, so what are we giving it out of 10?
Well, I'm gonna give it an 8 because it's
8?
suitably hot.
There you go, Dean. He's giving it an 8. There you go, you can dine out on that. Right, so Pool Party Massacre available from deanofthedead.com. There you go, Dean, there's all your plugs. Right, so coming up next, there's a new single coming, and then a bit of touring with Toki Horror, which will be fabulous. You coming to Leeds?
No, we've got the southern shows.
Yeah.
Southern shows.
Down in the south.
I'll catch you another time down the road.
Yeah, hopefully.
Thank you so much for being on Foodinati UK,
Thanks for having us back.
and great to see you again.
Thank you.
Right.
Cheers, mate. Thanks.
Now here we are at the end of season 3, the festival series at Foodinati UK, and I thought I'd shout out my 3 favourite catering spots of the festival season. At number 3, we have the Little Espresso Company. Now I know what you're saying. Hang on, George. This is Foodinati and that's a coffee place. Well, let me retort. They do have porridge and cakes. 2, never underestimate the power of a decent, proper large cap Americano when you've been interviewing all weekend. And 3, they introduced me to the wonder of oat milk, and I haven't looked back since. At number 2, we have the Gourmet Warriors and their taco stand. Amazing tacos, get the larger portions. The sauces and gravy are to die for. Plus the boss man was wearing an Anthony Bourdain tribute t-shirt, so you know it's going to be good. And at number 1, of course, it's Bunny Chow. Bunny Chow is chili con carne served in half a loaf of bread, which is hollowed out. But don't worry, the insides get toasted to make croutons. And gets topped with the best hummus I've ever tasted in a long, long time. So if you're going to spend a tenner at a festival, this one will keep you going all day. And remember, if you like what you saw there, please subscribe, hit the bell, hit the notifications, leave us a message. You know what to do, it keeps us doing what we do. Hello, welcome back to Foodinati UK, and I'm here with the wonderful goth band. Fair to call you goth, isn't it?
I think we can't escape it, yeah.
Can't
why
escape
not?
it. This is Naut in the house. Hello. Hello.
Good to see you.
I have to say, what she said earlier, awesome and perfect for someone like me who's 45. and I grew up in Leeds.
Ah, right. there you go
So
then.
it was the sound of Leeds when I was growing up, which I mean brought forward a bit, you know, like so Sisters and Mission and all that. That was our soundtrack.
Same. Well, it is ours today, still, isn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of
Yes.
that.
Because one thing is, I think it's one of Britain's best kept secrets is the fact that the goth scene is so strong in this country. Our second ever episode, we had 1919 on.
Oh yeah.
So, and they've got a goth football league. Apparently, there's a goth football team.
Howard something to do with that. Yeah. A promoter we've worked with is involved in that. Anyway,
Speaking of Leeds, like we've got a soft spot for Leeds. We always play Cartel Nocturne.
Yeah.
That's how that used to do with that football.
Oh yeah.
We were just in Leeds a couple of months back, weren't we?
Yeah. It's always a good crack, like.
Yeah,
Always
it's
good.
it's nice.
Still a strong scene. Yeah, definitely. So, what have you got out at the moment? What's your latest release that our viewers should be checking out?
So we put an album out in February called Hunt. It's our debut album. It came out on Season of Mist.
Lovely. Fantastic label.
Yeah, exactly. They've been fantastic as well. They've been really
Absolutely.
Yeah, they just get it, which is really nice. So it's been really smooth.
Such a great roster on that label. That's like Watertain.
Exactly, it's nice and diverse, but there's a unifying current, I think, to all the bands that are on their label.
Yeah.
Because even though on paper they might not sound the same, when you listen to them, you go, there's a similar vision here, even if it's a different expression.
Yeah. And then they tend to have the more imaginative end of all the areas they're in. You know, like so with black metal, they've got Watertain, who are all very visual bands and that sort of stuff. You guys just seem to be like, know your history, you've done your research, you know?
Yeah, I guess so.
So, it's I mean, the sound for me, this is just easier for me, as someone who grew up on goth music, is very authentic, it's very, like, down to your drum machine sounds.
It's good to hear.
Yeah. Is that something you try to, you know?
Yes and no. I mean, we're not slavish to it. There's obviously some bands that you come across who are like meticulous in their recreation of something. Whereas with us, I think it's more just that we've kind of come at the same idea. So you end up going down similar paths, I think.
Yeah.
And so whilst we do have some similarities because that's what works. You know what I mean? And also there's a degree of there aren't that many bands doing it in that old school way with that kind of that slightly more raw punk energy to it. So.
And I've seen with the with the dark wave scene and the black wave as well. Those more 80s sounds are very coming back up now. I've definitely just like bands like Perturbator. They're bringing that sort of like that 80s.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm an electronic music producer myself, and I found it sort of surreptitiously creeping in, sneaks off these sort of like electro sounds and stuff, you know?
The drum machine's been great because it's opened up to us to a lot of stuff, you know, so Gavin's the kind of like the brains behind that, and like we started to bring it into the live setting now where Gavin, I don't know if you saw in the set earlier, but you know, Gavin's kind of like, you know, tweaking it, you know, we're sort of like making the songs blend together with it, and I think going forward we're going to use it a lot more on
absolutely.
We can have samples on it, it's kind of limitless what we can do. We use like chaos pads or, you know, so like make it more kind of like noisy and
especially on a band like this, it really makes you stand out from the crowd.
Yeah.
Like, I was at Radar Festival a couple of weeks back, and Perturbator played, and after, like, I love all the gent, I love all progressive metal and all that, but when they came on, it was such a breath of fresh air, it's a palate cleanser, and it was like, and now with Bill's being more eclectic, it's not like, oh, you're only going to play at the Goth Weekend. It's like you can play anywhere now.
I've heard so many people say, especially over summer, like the festival season, you know, they go to all these festivals and it might be like Hellfest or whatever, as soon as you get a band like Carpenter Brute or Perturbator or someone, or like Kayla Mikla, or, you know, and it's a breath of fresh air, like you say. You know, you've had days and days of it, and then it's just like, this is great, I can just like, you know, trip out to it. But,
and I think that links back to what we were saying about being on Season of Mist as well, is whilst the sound's different, it still fits because it's that same ethos behind the music. So
absolutely, I think we're definitely going to see a big resurgence in this. I mean, they're selling Bauhaus t-shirts in HMV again. There's got to be something going on. It's a good sign. Well, wonderful speech to you guys, and like keep cracking on because I'm going to be watching you.
Cheers, man.
Definitely.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Cheers for having us.
Cheers. Welcome back to Foodinati, and I am here with Psychonaut. Hello. Hey. Hello, guys. Just caught your last song because I was in between interviews and I wanted to see the whole set, but I've listened to you on record loads, so this is fine. But I do have a shot of your crowd because the crowd was going wild. I was like, they'll want to keep that in the interview. So
the crowd was amazing.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
That's a big old stage as well.
It's an amazing stage. Yeah, beautiful stage.
Yeah, really enjoyed it. The onus on your tracks, I think there's a lot of classic rock in there, a lot of classic prog as well. Like I can hear a bit of King Crimson sneaking in, you know, a little bit, maybe even a little Marillion at times. But it's a very new take on it, and you're on the best label for it.
Absolutely.
Yes, our friends from the Ocean. I always say it wrong. It's Pelagic.
Pelagic.
Pelagic. I got it right. I like every band on the label. I can never say it. But there's such a strong roster on that label. Do you find that as an inspiration to you when you're writing?
Yeah, it's an honor to be a part of that family. I mean, if you would have told us 5 or 6 years ago that we would have been on Pelagic, we would have never believed you, I think. Yeah, it's amazing. And like you said, there isn't a single bad band or even a mediocre band. They just don't have them. It's their policy.
It's incredible because I interviewed the Ocean first, and he was like, "Oh, I've got this little label, Pelagic," and I was like, then I looked at the roster. I'm like, that's everyone of that sort of that end of music. You know, you've got Mono, and then maybe what was it, Shiloh? Fantastic band yourselves, and it just really ticks a ton of boxes. Oh, LNNN, who were amazing last night.
I can imagine.
Heavy,
yeah.
I can imagine.
So when I spoke to the Shiloh guys, they were saying being on a label like that really keeps you match fit because you've got to keep up with everyone else.
Exactly. Yeah, it's kind of a healthy competition, I guess. It's just encouraging each other to push the boundaries constantly and to make sure you put out the best music as you can. Yeah, it's amazing.
Absolutely. So you're known for big sort of epic song structures and stuff like that. How do you go about writing a song like that? Does it come from the jam room, or does it come from piecing bits that you have together from other songs that you maybe haven't used? Do you have what's the writing process?
I remember for the album Unfold the Godman, the first track on it, All I Saw Is a Huge Monkey. Stefan wrote it in his bedroom, and it was like riff upon riff upon riff, and he said, I did something crazy, I hope you like it. He just piled it up with some crazy riffs, and we were like, yeah, of course.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, I think in the past we have done a few songs like that, or I think we have sometimes finished songs in the rehearsal space when I was stuck, but I write most of the music at home. It's just the way it seems to work for us.
Sure.
If there is a problem, then we'll throw the song into the rehearsal room, and of course we send demos to each other. And
it's a lot easier these days, obviously, with the internet and stuff, so you can send each other parts.
Absolutely.
I know I write because I make music myself, and I write with my songwriting partner. We have separate studios.
Okay.
And we make electronic music, and so I'll start something, then I'll send it him. He does it. It's like tennis.
And he can just load the session into his computer. That's
we use
amazing.
the same sort of software. So
there you go. Yeah, that's amazing.
Very easy these days.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a lot easier.
Yeah.
But right, so what have you got coming up for the rest of the year? What's happening next?
Well, actually, we're at the end of our summer tour. I think we have one festival left in the Netherlands, and then we come back to France for 3 more shows in October.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
We'll do a couple of one-offs. I believe.
Netherlands.
A couple of shows in the Netherlands, Belgium, France.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I think I remember some plans for Germany as well. So let's say the neighboring countries of Belgium.
So you're
we'll
still
be
going to
there.
be fairly busy.
Of course.
Absolutely. Well, any plans to come to England again? And not in the near future.
Make it to the ferry.
We'll definitely be back somewhere. I hope next year. Maybe not this year, but definitely. We will be back.
And we're touring off this album that you've just brought out. So is there plans in the future for new material, or are you still fresh with this stuff?
Yeah, I think we're still kind of saturated now. We are working on new music. We always do.
Absolutely, musicians are always working.
It's still I think it's still more fun than even playing in front of 10,000 people. I still prefer the best part of music is the writing. So it's I don't mind doing it, but it takes a long time. So I don't think there will be a new album next year. That seems a bit unrealistic.
Especially for music like yours that needs
Exactly.
Does
We
need
need
time.
to make sure we find a new sound or a new alley we haven't gone into yet.
Absolutely.
Just make sure it's perfect.
That's come up with a lot of the progressive metal and rock bands that I've spoken to.
Yeah.
Actually, for those bands, the lockdown during the pandemic was actually a bit of a good thing because everyone could sit in their studios and just go, no, I will learn that mode now.
Exactly. Yeah,
absolutely.
That was the same for us. Yeah, we wrote the biggest part of the new album in COVID.
That's why this year there's so much good progressive rock music about, and it has been, hasn't it? It's been the scene's blossomed this year, and I really put it down to the pandemic.
We should do it again. Someone needs to eat a bat again.
No.
Someone needs to go out and eats bats. That's for another episode of Foodinati, how to cook bats. Right. Well, it's been absolute joy to meet you, and good luck with the rest of your plans. And hopefully we'll see you on our shores again soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you very much, sir.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Brilliant. And that's it for us here at ArcTanGent. Don't forget to join us next week, where we'll be going deeper and darker into the world of food and metal and dance and alternative music and beyond.